Good morning, students. Good morning to all of you. So, as we have done the previous chapter, magnetic effects of electric current. So, in this chapter, from your physics part, okay, from your physics part, chapter name is light. Grade 10 students. In this chapter, what are the things that we are going to study? First of all, we will be knowing something about the light, its definition, something related to its concept and its phenomena. What are the different phenomena of it? And then we see light around us, and we have seen that yes, light comes from different objects and enter into our eye, and it reaches to the mind, which we are able to see and we perceive or we identify that objects. So what type of surfaces are there around us? Okay, some are polished, some are unpolished. Little bit of discussion we will be doing on this. Then in our daily life, application of light, if we talk about the application of life in our daily life, then we have also seen different type of mirrors. Okay, some are straight, some are curved, so that are also known as plane mirrors, spherical mirrors. And from that mirrors, when anything is placed in front of the mirror, we are able to see that. Okay, so how we are able to see that? What are the conditions for that, or what is that phenomena called? What is that procedure called? Okay, so that is called reflection. What is actually is reflection? We will be also studying about that. Okay, then what are the laws of reflection? What important are the laws of reflection? That how do actually reflection occurs or take place? Okay, so and something about the mirror and some important terms related to the mirrors. Okay, we will be talking about that. So first of all, let us start our definition of the light. If we talk about light, what actually is light? What actually is light? Suppose you are sitting, it is night 8 o'clock. Okay, it is the time of night, 8 p.m. in the evening. Okay, you are sitting in your room. Okay, you are sitting in your room and you switch off all your lights. You are not able to see. You are switch off. Okay, it is 8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m. You switch off all lights. Okay, you switch off all lights. Then are you able to see anything? Okay, the question is, able to see anything? Obviously the answer is no. Okay, obviously the answer is no. So what actually is light? This is only is light. This is what is called light. Okay, so next we will study that this is what is called light. Okay, this is what is light that helps us to see objects and define them clearly. Okay, so this is what is light. Suppose if light is falling on our eyes, then only we will be able to identify whether what that object is, whether that is a table, that is a chair, whether the color of the table is blue or red or whatsoever is the color of the chair. Okay, so in this way we will be able to know, we will be able to identify the objects and we will be able to see the objects. Okay, so this is what is the definition of light. Okay, so whenever light falls into our eyes from different objects, actually the light, first of all, okay, listen properly, the light at first falls on different objects and then reflects from their surfaces okay, reflects from their surfaces and then enters into our eyes. From this from this we see as well as identify the objects. So this is very clear. In this line only the whole concept, the whole story of this chapter will be clear. What I have written, that light at first falls on different objects. So definitely, like, light is coming from different object. Different object means, if we take up example of sun. Okay, this is a sun. So now sun is radiating light. Okay, sun is radiating light in different directions. Okay, and we know from the lower classes we have studied that light travels in straight lines. Okay, light has its own path, it travels in straight line. So at first light falls on different objects. When it is falling on a different object, suppose this is a table, this is falling on this object, light from this is falling on this object, and after that it is reflecting back. Okay, it is reflecting back into the eyes of the viewer, the one who is viewing. Okay, it is reflecting from their surfaces and then enters into our eyes, and then here it enters into our eyes. So this is what, this is a reflecting surface. What type of surface it is? It is plane surface. Sometimes some type of surfaces are curved also, so these are spherical surfaces. Okay, like we have seen in our roads, sometimes when we are crossing from the roads, like when two different roads are coming at this point, over here we see that a mirror is given. It is a curved mirror, curved surface. Why? Because curved surfaces can occupy more area. Okay, curved surfaces, curved mirrors can have larger view. Okay, they have larger view, that's why we use curved surfaces. So this is the logic. So in this way we can know about the light, its concepts. Okay, and next if we talk about the second one, what type of surfaces usually we see. Okay, so now if we talk about these surfaces, in these surfaces there are two types of surfaces that you have mostly studied. Actually this is not so deep concept in your book this time, but you have to be clear about this, so that's why I am giving a short time to these also. Okay, some are polished surfaces, some are unpolished, or we can also say rough surfaces. Like in your mirrors also you have seen that how actually we make a mirror, that actually we take a plain glass, and if we paint it from one side, the other side of this will start reflecting and it will become a mirror. So okay, that is what polished surface. And when it is not polished, if we talk about any metal object that is rough, not properly painted, so that is the example of unpolished surface. Okay, so this is clear about the surfaces. In same way we will talk about the mirrors. So now if we talk about the mirrors, in the mirrors, two type of mirrors main categorized. Okay, main categorizes into two types, plane mirrors and then spherical mirrors. Okay, like already I have told you about the mirrors, which type of mirrors are reflecting. That if we take a mirror, okay, if we take a mirror, paint it, okay, paint it one side, okay, paint it one side, then the light will not pass through it. Light is not able to pass through it. Why? Because we have studied in the lower classes about the transparent. Again, that concept of lower classes, that's why it is said that knowledge is very much important. Transparent, translucent, opaque. One is transparent. Transparent means from which we can see at the other side, light can pass through it. Okay, and opaque, that is light cannot pass through it. When light is not able to pass it, definitely it will be reflected back. So such a phenomena is used, such a phenomena is there in which we define reflection. Okay, we will talk about the reflection later on, but at first it was about the mirrors. So plane mirror, spherical mirror. Mirror are those that are polished from one side and another side is used for reflection. So if we talk about the category in the spherical mirrors are further divided into two types. Okay, spherical mirrors are further of two types. Okay, spherical mirrors are further of two types. The two types are, one is concave and another one is convex. Okay, also you will go through a number of applications of these concave and convex. How now the thing is that how to remember a concave or a convex. Suppose if we take the example of a spoon, okay, take the example of a spoon, okay, take the example of a spoon. In this, the inner surface is known as the concave. It is inwards, okay, concave, it is also inwards. And the one that is bulged out, outer, that is bulged out means it has moved to outside, okay. We can also say that it is bulged, bulged, bulged outwards, okay, bulged outwards. It is known as convex, it is known as convex. So if we take the example of a spoon, okay, the inner one is known as the concave and the outer one is known as the convex. These mirrors have different properties, and based on their properties they have different uses, okay. So at this time we will be not talking further about their properties or uses, because this we are talking about basic of the light. Then we will, in the next class, we will be also discussing, only focusing on the concave and convex, different phenomena related to their ray diagrams, that how light passes through it at different angles and what happens to the light, how it reflects back, okay. So this was about the spherical mirrors. So now already I've told you that when light is falling on these mirrors, it is getting reflected back. So now we will be talking about the reflection, okay. So now we will be talking about the reflection. So if we talk about reflection, what actually is reflection? Suppose if this is a mirror, okay, suppose this is a mirror, light is falling on it, it is falling on it, so we can also say that it is an incident light, okay, it is an incident ray of light, okay, incident ray of light that is falling on it. So when it is falling, then make a straight line. This straight line is known as the normal, okay, this straight line is known as the normal. Already you have studied about this in the lower classes. So the incident ray of light makes an angle I, okay, makes an angle I with the normal. And reflection means what? Light is falling on it and it will reflect back. So it will reflect back in different direction, it will reflect back in different direction, and that is known as reflected ray, that is known as reflected ray. And the reflected ray, suppose makes an angle, R with the normal. So why I have made these arrows? Arrows are clear, okay, arrows are very much clear, that it is the angle of the incident ray, okay, and next is the angle of reflection ray, reflected ray, okay. So this is what is called reflection. Already if we talk about the definition of reflection, the definition of reflection is bouncing. This is the what exact definition, if it is asked to you in the exam, it is bouncing back of the light, okay, this is what bouncing back of the light, okay. So how it is bouncing back? It is falling on, it is falling at this point and then it is bouncing back, okay. So this is called the bouncing back of light, okay. Bouncing back of light is known as reflection, okay, it is known as reflection. So this is what is called bouncing back of the light. Similarly, if we talk about the another one, secondly, very important thing is that two laws of reflection, okay, two laws of reflection. In these two laws of reflection, okay, two laws of reflection, kindly hear to this properly now. So in these two laws of reflection, what we see, if we talk about the first law, okay, first law, if we look at this figure, we see, suppose now this is mirror, this is one of the surface of the mirror, that is the reflecting surface, and this is another surface of the mirror, okay, this is another surface of the mirror. So now if we look into this figure, we see that the incident ray, normal ray, reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, all are lying in the one of the surface. So all are lying in the same plane. So this is what is first law. The first law is that incident ray, okay, listen properly, incident ray, reflected ray, incident ray, reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, point of incidence, like this is the point exact. Okay, so this is called the point of incidence. So point of incidence, these all the things all lie in same plane. Very simple. First of all, how to write down? First of all, write about the things that are there: incident ray, reflected ray, normal. Okay, normal I forgot it. Okay, normal. Very good. That's why you have to always check whenever you are writing. Okay, incident ray, reflected ray, normal, angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Okay, then this point of incidence, whole about all we will write. Then what is the ending line we will write? All lie in same plane. Very simple. Number 2, second law. Second law is also very simple and easy to remember. The second law is the angle of incidence, angle I, is always equal to, it is always equal to angle of reflection. Angle I is always equal to angle R according to the laws of reflection. Okay, so hope now this is very clear to you about the reflection, concept of reflection. Reflection is what? Reflection is bouncing back of the light. Okay, it is bouncing back of the light. When light falls on a surface, okay, at a point, it gets reflected back, and it has two laws. Laws also I have explained you. Hope this will be very clear to you. Okay, about these two laws of reflection. So in this way, more about this chapter you will be studying about and you will come to know. Okay, now if we talk about further, that further what we are going to talk about is, now suppose when we are standing in front of a mirror. Okay, now this is complete. Listen further. Suppose if we are standing in front of a mirror, suppose you are standing in front, simple mirror. Okay, not we will go too deeply now at this time whether the mirror is plane or spherical. Suppose you are standing in front of a mirror that is there in your house. What do you observe? What do you observe? Suppose this is a mirror. Okay, suppose this is a mirror and you are standing here. What do you observe? You observe that same you also are standing over here. Is it or not? This is what we see in our mirror, that we are standing at this side, but at the other side also someone is there. So that is what, that is our image is formed. Okay, so now in the next class we will be talking about we will start with the concept of types of images. Okay, there are already I have studied two types of images are there. Types of images: real image and virtual. Okay, real and virtual. What actually is real and virtual? Already you have known about this, about the definitions of this, that yes, one that is obtained on screen, one that is not obtained on screen. But how actually, what screen is, how it is obtained on the screen? If it is obtained, how it is obtained? And if it is not obtained, then why it is not obtained? Okay, then we will be talking about the images. After, as this is a mirror, okay, like this is a mirror, so now where actually the object is kept? Okay, where actually the object is kept, then where actually the image is formed, how these are related to these. Okay, so about this also we will be talking about in the next class, in about all these concepts. Okay, so going through all through this, but some of the introduction I would like to give you. Like suppose that you can also study, or you can have a self practice of this, you can do a reading of these concepts. Suppose if we talk about a mirror, suppose a spherical mirror. Spherical mirror means that is a sphere object. Now suppose this is a spherical mirror. Okay, spherical mirror. So now what are the terms that are related to in a mirror? Suppose we have also seen in our class some of the ray diagrams. Like this ray diagrams are there. One object is kept, light is passing from different directions. We see sometimes it is made dotted, sometimes it is clear. But why it is dotted, why it is clear, about all these things. And some words are also written over here like F, C, then P. What actually is P, F, C? What are all these things? P is what? P is known as the pole of the mirror. Okay, P is what? P is known as the pole of the mirror. F is what? F is known as the focus of the mirror. Okay, F is what? It is the focus of the mirror. And C is what? C is the center of curvature. C is what? C is the center of curvature. Okay, it is the center of curvature. Suppose if we talk about a mirror, if we are talking about this, okay, so the end point that lies over here is P. Okay, that is P. Now suppose if we talk about that this is a spherical mirror, okay, this is a spherical mirror, and this spherical mirror, it has a radius of 4 centimeter. It has a radius of 4 centimeter. Okay, then half of 4 is what? It is 2. So this is what? This is suppose a point of 2 centimeter. So now if we have to locate this all P, F and C, how we are going to locate over here? Pole is what? Pole is the end point. Okay, so this is what? P. Okay, then the center point is center of curvature, this is C, and this one is F. So if we see into this, if we look into this figure, we see that this is what? This is complete R, radius R, and R, in this R, at the half distance, okay, at the half distance of R is what? It is F. So if we divide R by 2, we get what? F. So the formula is that R is equal to 2F. R is equal to 2F. This is one of the formula. Okay, in the same way we will study, we will go through and we will know about the different formulas in the next class. Okay, all this will be in detail. This is the quite introduction of the next class. Okay, then we will talk about the object distance U, V, H, H dash, one is magnification M. So be ready about these things, we will be doing this. Okay, so hope you have understood this all, okay, up to here, and next we will be doing in the next class. So thank you, have a good day, bye bye.